Sir, this was my fifth attempt, but I was not able to clear in this exam. Sir, I have given n number of attempts. Now I am confused whether I should continue or discontinue. So in the last attempt, I have written all the paper exceptionally well. I was expecting positive result, but now I got unsuccessful result. I am totally dissatisfied with ICI marking scheme. Sir, I lost only because of 1 marks. I got 149. Really, I am now totally dissatisfied. I don't want to continue. I hate ICI. Sir, I lost my exemption in this particular attempt. I am totally confused. This many questions after one exam result. Every time this questions comes in the mind of a student. Every time we as a faculty need to come and motivate you. But I don't understand. I just want to ask one simple question from you all. When you join this course, that moment you are knowing that CA is one of the toughest courses in India. You are knowing one fact, most of the chartered accountant has taken a number of attempts. Then why you have joined this course? That moment when you are knowing the fact, why you have registered yourself in this particular course. Just try to understand. The person under whom you have taken Article C might have taken an attempt, but right now he is earning in crore. Faculty from whom you have taken classes might have taken n number of attempt, but he is also earning in crore. Means number of attempt, your age is not at all a factor. Your number of attempt will not decide your earnings. Your number of attempt will not decide whether you are successful or unsuccessful. In the determination what you have, that will decide whether you are successful or not successful. I just want to inform you one case. Last day I received a call from a student. When I asked the age, he said that he is of 50 years, 50. And he asked me that, sir, I want to write the coming attempt. I asked him one question, at this age, why you are writing the exam? And he was well settled. He is in a reputed job. Then also he want to continue exam. At the age of 50, he want to restart. At the age of 50, I asked you, what is the reason? He said me, sir, respect. Somewhere respect is missing. Somewhere I am not happy. Somewhere my family is not happy. I want to give that happiness to myself and to my family. This was the answer. Believe me, right now if you quit, you regret entire your life. And write down these words somewhere, that again you will come back and write down the exam. So why to leave? If you need to come back again to this course, stick to this course. Believe me, with determination, with dedication, with focus, you are going to become CA in the coming attempt. Believe me, right now you have only one option available, that to restart. The other option to quit is not with you. Only one option, to restart. Write down somewhere, yes, you are going to become chartered accountant in the next attempt. But how to restart? For that particular reason, I am making this video. There are some points which you need to understand right now. Whatever mistake you have done in the previous attempt, that should not be continued. First point, you need to accept right now your result. Whatever may be the result, accept it. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame ICI. Don't blame faculty. Don't blame the book, whatever you have referred. Accept it. Any faculty, any book, ICI will not decide your result. You need to understand what happened and what was actually required. Second point, analyze what went wrong in the previous attempt. That you need to analyze. Don't worry, I'll give you the reason, what can be the possible reason about the unsuccessful result in the last attempt, that I will say. Once you have analyzed what went wrong in the previous attempt, then decide whether you take classes again or not. That is also major decision. Normally students don't know whether to take classes again or not, and again Again, unsuccessful result may come. So you need to decide whether to take classes again or not. Then whether to give single group or both group. This is a major decision. To write one group or both group. That you need to also decide. Plan your revision effectively. You need to make a plan for revising the entire subject effectively. From my point of view, you need to revise all subject at least 2 times. 2 time revision is must. How to revise? That is a point of concern. Got this point? And plan at least one mock test paper, under exam condition after first revision. After first revision, not immediately before exam. First revision completed, you need to plan you one mock paper so that you can understand where you are doing wrong, where you are going wrong. Got this point? Then at the end, this all points we are going to discuss in this particular video. Correct? And last, I'll give you some FR tips and guidance. And of course, we'll discuss about our mentorship program at the end. Chalega? Can we start this video? Already, but before we start, don't forget to subscribe this channel. If you are new to this channel, and do like this video and share this video with all your friends. Now, first thing we need to understand what actually went wrong in previous attempt. If you have not analyzed that, you restarted, believe me, same mistake you repeat. Now, I will guide you the possible reason where you might have done some mistake. It can be one mistake, it can be combination of two or more than two mistakes that you need to write down somewhere. You need to work on that. Got this point? What can be the possible reason? From my point of view, the first revision might be the lack of revision. Lack of revision means, already I have said, to pass any examination means to pass any paper, at least 2 time revision is required. But you have not given sufficient time for revision. Normally what happens? We ignore our weak subject and we give more time to strong subject. For example, if you are good in FR and AFM, you have given more revision time to FR and AFM and you have ignored your audit paper. And believe me, from my point of view, weak subject require more revision than strong subject. But student become emotionally connected to a strong subject. They will give more time to strong subject, less time to weak subject. That can be one possible reason why you have not scored good marks in audit. Got this point? Yes. The second reason, selective study. I have never understood why CA students go for selective study. Every time they only say CA is the toughest course and they want to pass by doing selective study. How it is possible? It is impossible. There can be some exception case. There can be exception case. There are some few people who have done selective study and they pass. That can be only a rare case. But normally in an exam of CA final lecture, you should not go with selective study. Full study is required to get good marks. Correct? Yes, sir. Lack of writing practice. From my point of view, subject like FR, DT, AFM require writing practice. Even the audit paper, there also you need to have some writing practice. If you don't know what to write, how to write, how you will present in exam. Normally, I feel that student do revision by only reading the solution. That is not a right way to revise. You need to do writing practice, and this is one of the reasons that you are not able to complete 100 marks paper in exam. Got this point? Next, which is also one of the most important reasons that you are not able to score in MCQs. 30 marks MCQs in all papers, and you are not able to score MCQs properly. What can be the possible reason that you are not practicing MCQ questions? You are ignoring it completely on the assumption that if you know descriptive questions, you will be able to get correct option for MCQs. Just try to understand in MCQs with options, you will be confused. For that, more conceptual understanding required, and that can happen only when you have practiced lot of MCQs by your own. Got this point? Then one of the I will say main reason is fear of exam. Fear of exam. Due to fear of exam, what will happen? You will not be able to focus on exam day. This can be also one of the reasons. I have seen students who have done good number of revision will not be able to perform an exam day because of exam fever. Why you are scared about exam? Students say, sir, I am scared about FR paper. I am scared about this paper. I will not able to score. First, don't say like that. If you say like that, believe me, it will be difficult to write that exam. It will be difficult to score in that exam. चलेगा. Then one of the reason is lack of concentration on exam day. Why it happens? Lack of concentration will come from fear of exam. Now, due to lack of concentration, you will not be able to read the question carefully. You are not reading the question carefully. You don't know what is the requirement of question, and whatever you are reading might be wrong. This can be also one of the reasons, lack of concentration on exam day. Last but not least, I will say exam pressure. Exam pressure due to high expectation from your family member, from your friends, from your faculty, whatever. Your own expectation, high expectation, you have high expectations, and because of that reason, you are writing exam under pressure. Believe me, if you are writing any exam under pressure, you will not be able to perform on that particular day. You need to eliminate that exam pressure on exam day. Just try to understand other expectation, ignore it completely. What your family is expecting, ignore it right now. You should think about your own expectation. Yes, I am going to do, I am going to write exam, I will do, I'll give my level best as per my potential. You are going to pass in the coming attempt. Now next question is that whether you take classes again or not. Big question. You require classes, you are not taking classes, again mistake you are doing. Next attempt also it will be unsuccessful. You don't require classes, unnecessary you are taking classes, you are wasting your time. If you are wasting your time, you will not be able to give proper time on revision. You will take right decision about taking or not taking classes. How to decide that? Let us discuss on that part. So first you need to ask one question, whether you have completed your classes or syllabus one time. If the answer is no, first complete your classes, pending syllabus. Correct? In that case, I will say no further question is required. If you have not completed your classes, if you have not completed a syllabus one time, first complete that. Got this point? Yes, if you have completed it, now the question arises, are you able to understand the solution by your own? After reading the solution only. Means you read one question, you have attended that question, solution, and then after referring the solution, you are able to understand what mistake you have done. It means you are conceptually strong. In that case, if you are able to understand solution, whatever is given in your question bank, then there is no need to take classes. Only you require revision video if you have forgotten the concept. But if you are not able to understand solution, then we need to think about that. If you are not able to understand solution, then just ask one question, are you conceptually strong? If you think that you are conceptually strong in that subject, whether it is FR, AFM, audit, DT, IDT, if you are conceptually strong, then you don't require any classes. Believe me, you don't require any classes. You require only revision review for going through, you are revising the concept again. But if you think that you are not conceptually strong, you are not able to understand the solution, you are not able to understand the why this solution has came, it means you require classes. In that case, I will suggest you, taking time into consideration, you can go for exam oriented batch for that particular subject, okay. But that depends upon how much time is required for completing that subject, and whether you are writing both group or single group. That decision you take by your own. But just try to understand, if you are writing a paper without conceptual understanding, then again the same result will come. I will say wait, think wisely whether you require classes or not. Take classes. I will say it is better to pass in May 2026 than Jan 2026. Why to write in Jan 2026 when you think that you are not able to, when you think that you have not considered strong? I will take classes, write in May 2026, you will pass in that attempt. Got this point? Now next question is that whether to write both group or single group. My simple suggestion, decide right now and don't change it. This is my simple suggestion, but on what basis you should decide whether we should go for single group or both group? Let us discuss that. First thing, if only one group is pending, then no discussion required. Write your single group whatever is pending in Jan 2026 exam. Don't defer it. There is no question of deferring that attempt. Write down in Jan 2026 attempt. Got this point? But if your both group are pending, then right now you should decide whether you should go for single or both group. The decision is based on, first you know, to ask one question: have you completed all your classes? Means there is no pending classes. If you have completed all your classes or syllabus, then just ask one question: can you revise effectively 2 times all the 6 paper? If you can revise 2 times at least all the paper, go for both group. Go for both group. There is no need to write one group. But if you think even though your classes are completed, you will not be able to revise effectively 2 times, then decision is based on you. You may write both group, but it is, I will say, little risky. I'm not saying that in that case you can't pass both group. You can pass, but writing both group will be, I will say, you are at higher risk. Correct? My suggestion: first write single group, then you are writing another group. What is the, nothing will change. After 3 months, you have again one more attempt. Write down and pass both group in different attempt now. Why do you take risk? Correct? But if you are of the view, because if you want to score rank, because rank you can score only by writing both group, you can decide. I have already said that if you can't revise 2 times effectively, chances of passing the exam is less. Probability to clear the exam will be less, but it depends upon your determination, your dedication. Correct? Your entire result depends upon that. Now, if you have not completed your classes, means one or more paper classes are pending, then I will suggest don't go for both group in Jan 2026. You have 2 options available. Write one group in Jan 2026, other group in May 2026, or write both group in May 2026 if you want to score rank. If you want to score rank, you need to write both group. Then don't write in Jan. Prepare yourself for May 2026. My suggestion is my personal suggestion, and go for that. Go for that. Got this point? I hope with this decision you are able to decide whether you should go for single or both. Now the next point is about how to plan a revision. Very important. But let me say, you planning without execution is of no use. You are planning, but you are not able to execute it. There is no use of plan. So once you plan, that plan should be in that way that you are able to execute it. You are planning that you can study for 16 hours per day, but actually you are able to study only for 8 hours per day. There is no execution. So your planning should be as per your circumstances, and therefore I will say you should plan by your own, because every student have their own limitations. I don't know right now how many hours you can study. I don't know what situation is going in your life. Correct now? So that planning you should do by your own. But what I will do, I'll just give you an idea how to frame, so that you can modify as per your own requirement. One thing you have understood, that whether you are writing single group or both group. Once you have decided that, based on that, we'll make our plan. So how to plan revision? I mean, right now, as per my calculation, we have 60 days left for the examination. Suppose today is 5th of November and exam will be on 5th of Jan, let's say. So you have 60 days left. 5 days will deduct from this, because 5 days will be required for the revision of paper number 1 or paper number 4. If you are writing group 2, then paper number 4. Okay, so the 5 days I have deducted. It means you have only 55 days. You have only 55 days, correct? Now, if you are writing single group, 55 days you have, correct? Of course, already I have said 2 revision. If you can do 3 revision, welcome. But right now I have just given 2 revision. If you can revise 3 times, well and good. That depends upon how many hours you are studying. Got this point? So at least 2 revision. Therefore, I am planning for 2 revision. Okay, sir. So I will say, if you are planning for 2 revision, out of 55 days, give 35 days for first revision and balance 20 days for second revision. 5 days, the last 5 days is for paper 1 revision. Okay. Now out of these 35 days, FR I will say give 13 days, AFM I will say give 12 days, and audit I will say give 10 days. It is sufficient. So it depends upon how many hours you're studying. Normally, I will suggest, normally what I have seen, student can study 10 hours per day easily. Less than 10 days, less than 10 hours is highly not acceptable. If you are studying less than 10 hours, not acceptable. Got this point? Yes. So if you are studying for 10 hours per day, it means you have 350 hours, and believe me, in 350 hours you can easily revise 3 subjects. Complete revision, I am saying, full revision. Even though you have not revised that subject in the last attempt, you can easily revise completely in 350 hours. If you can increase the number of hours per day, if it is 12 hours, if means it become 420 hours, then to excellent. That depends upon how many hours you are able to study. Got this point? Second revision 20 days left. I will say you will be more efficient. I will say increase the number of hours from 10 hours to 12 hours. In this case, 12 hours is must. The last 20 days, 12 hours must. Out of that 20 days, I have given 6 days to FR. Why 6 days to FR? Because you have again 5 days for revising FR, and 7 days for AF and audit. Correct? You can also interchange. You can give 8 days to AFM and 6 days to audit, or 8 days to audit and 6 days to AFM, depending upon how many days is required for AFM and audit. Got this point? Yes, sir. But 20 days into 12 hours, this is benchmark. Last 20 days you need to study for 12 hours. You have 240 hours, and this 240 hours you can easily do second revision. Okay, sir. This is for single group. Now, if you are writing both group, so just try to understand. If you are writing both group, already you have planned your revision and you have started revision, and you have planned your first, second, third revision from my point of view. So whatever you have planned, execute that. There is no need to listen this particular whatever I am saying. But if you have written last attempt both group, and if you are not able to clear both group, you need to restart again. Means just try to understand, you've written both group, and after exam you have not revised anything. Now result came. Result was unsuccessful in both group, as both group, first and second group. Now how to plan for that? Means I have taken one assumption that you have not started revision till now of any subject. Got this point? In that case, once again, I will say one full revision and one quick revision. One full, one quick revision. One full is required and one quick revision. Got this point? Full revision, 35 days. Quick revision, you have 20 days. Okay, sir. Now, in these 35 days, FR 7 days, AFM 6 days, audit 6 days, DT 7 days, IDT 5 days, IBS 4 days. Don't ignore IBS. Don't ignore IBS. You know the importance of IBS now. Correct? Yes, sir. Now, from my point of view, because now you are writing both group, higher efficiency required as compared to the student who are writing single group. You need to study minimum 12 hours per day. Minimum 12, I am saying. So 35 into 12, 420 hours. So 420 hours is sufficient to revise all 6 papers, because considering that in the last attempt also you have revised 2 times. Got this point? Yes, sir. 35, if you can increase from 12 to 14, well and good. If you can study 14 hours per day, it means you will have approximately 500 hours, which is very much sufficient to revise one time entirely 6 subjects. Got this point? Yes, sir. 20 days, my second revision, I will say plan as per your own requirement, because you need to revise more that subject in which you are weak. You need to revise less that subject in which you are strong. For example, FR, already you have 5 days left for the last revision, so you can ignore FR right now. That depends upon your circumstances, your ability, your potential. So this 20 days you need to plan as per your own requirement. Got this point? I think all the points have been completed. Now let us discuss something about FR paper. FR being my paper, I'll give you some guidance about FR paper. Let us start some guidance about financial reporting paper. Now coming to FR, first question, which books we should refer for the Jain 2026? Whether there is any amendment or not, RTP, MTP, new RTP, MTP. What about revision lectures? What about expected question, whatever I release in every attempt? What about FR revision plan? This point I need to discuss. First, books. Right now, I have my 13th edition question bank and 6th edition India Saran book. If you are following my book, there will be some additional question which I'll be incorporating in my 14th edition question bank. There is no need to buy any new book. Just try to understand. You are not supposed to buy any new book. Correct? The additional questions, whatever will be incorporated in my 14th edition, will be given soon in 2 or 3 days. That you can download from my Telegram channel. The link of the Telegram channel will be given in the description of this particular video. Got this point? Yes, sir. India Saran's book, if you are following my India Saran's book, you can follow that. There is no need to change any book. If you are following any other faculty book, just make sure that all the questions are updated. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Amendment, there is no amendment in FR. There is no need to think about any amendment. Whatever you have followed for last attempt, same thing you follow for Jan 2026 attempt. RTP MTP, of course, any RTP MTP for the next attempt will be going to come soon. Whenever it will come, I will make a video, separate video for that. Revision lecture, just try to understand this time in the month of November. I am little busy. I am not able to plan any revision lectures immediately. It is quite possible I may plan in the month of December, but for that I can't commit you right now. What I just want to say, my previous attempt revision video is up to date, means that is also can be referred for the Jan 2023 attempt. So I will say, if you don't want to waste your time, if you want to revise FR immediately, you don't want to wait for my announcement for the revision video, you can refer that video. The link of that particular revision video will be given in the description of this particular video. Okay, sir. Expected question coming soon. It is going to come soon. I will say it will take another 4 or 5 days. I'll make the expected question and I will release it soon as possible. Correct? FR revision plan. For FR revision plan, I am going to come with a video, a separate video soon. I will say either by night or tomorrow you will get a separate video how to revise FR effectively in the for the coming exam. A separate video I'll make. Wait for that. I will say this much for this particular video. Already I have informed you about my mentorship program. There are two type of mentorship program. One is free mentorship program. For that, there is a WhatsApp link given in the description of this particular video. You join that. You can ask any FR question. I will solve the doubt as soon as I am getting time. Paid mentorship group. Already I have informed you about my paid mentorship group. In that, I will actually discuss one-to-one basis. If you want to join my paid mentorship group, you can join that. The link for the registration for paid mentorship group is given in the description of this particular video. All this has means for this video, everything I have discussed. Now, only one thing I will say: the time, whatever is left, if you use effectively, without wasting much time. Correct? If you know what is your distraction and if you avoid the distraction, if you know whatever mistake you have done in the past, if you avoid that, if you accept that yes, this coming attempt I will definitely going to become CA, you will pakka, you are going to pass the examination in the coming attempt. Write down in the comment box, yes sir, I am going to become chartered accountant, or I am going to pass the exam whatever I am writing in the coming attempt. Bye bye, love you all.